Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books and marketing expert covering Bar Flips the Script on Pride Month, offers free beer for heterosexual men only. Let's get into the story. Before we do, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. A bar in Idaho decided they're not going to celebrate Pride Month. They would decide instead to celebrate Heterosexual Awesomeness Month. What the heck is that? Well, they seem to have made it up, but it seems to also be catching on. From the Daily Mail, Idaho bar sparks fury for declaring June Heterosexual Awesomeness Month and giving free beers and 15% discounts to straight men. And how do they know you're straight? Well, if you show up on a Monday and the bar determines you're dressed like you look like you're straight, they will give you that first free beer. Of course, they're kind of doing this tongue-in-cheek, but they really are doing it. From Pink News, U.S. bar declares June Heterosexual Awareness Month with free beers for straight men. And from Metro, bar offers free beers for straight men during Pride Month. I mean, it's not really Pride Month, it's June. There are a lot of people that celebrate Pride Month during June. And if he decides he wants to celebrate heterosexual men or heterosexuality or Pride Month or whatever he wants to do to run his business that way, he seems like he's able to do that. In New York City, they seem to have plenty of gay restaurants and bars. From Eater, New York, where to eat, drink, and party for New York City Pride. The queer establishments to seek out during the month-long celebration and the rest of the year. So why shouldn't this guy be able to do this? And that was his idea. Here's his original post on Facebook. And it's important to know, all he did was post this on his Facebook for Old State Saloon in Idaho. He's not a big operation. This is not a national chain. There isn't any kind of big promotion going on. Just a viral post on Facebook. From Old State Saloon on Facebook. June will be OSS's inaugural Heterosexual Awesomeness Month. Come join us all month to celebrate heterosexuals, for without them, none of us would be here. Each Monday will be Hetero Male Monday, and any heterosexual male dressed like a heterosexual male will receive a free draft beer. Each Wednesday is Heterosexual Couples Day, and each heterosexual couple will receive 15% off their bill. More events to be announced in the coming weeks. They did get a tremendous response from this, and it's also been covered by the New York Post, it's been covered by Fox, other outlets, and we'll see if he winds up getting interviewed on Fox this week. I wouldn't be surprised. From the Daily Mail, Idaho bar sparks fury for declaring June Heterosexual Awesomeness Month. An Idaho bar has opted to counter LGBT Pride Month by celebrating Heterosexual Awesomeness Month during the month of June, saying that without them, none of us would be here. In a subsequent comment, the bar also said it was seeking applicants to judge if male patrons that come in on Mondays have straight enough clothing, who will be paid $15 an hour plus a free beer. So basically, they're a straight bar? Well, there's something big going on in the culture and it's getting pushed by a lot of outlets for a given period of time, whether it's a holiday season or something like LGBT Pride Month or whatever. There's nothing wrong with counter-programming that and trying to make $1 off of it. Also, maybe his customers requested it, or maybe it fits with his personal values or the values of his business. So why not do something like this? The Facebook post got a mix of reactions, with some claiming the bar is bigoted against LGBT people, and others commending the bar owners for doing something so bold. It is bold. It is bold to say you're going to do something like this, a Heterosexual Awesomeness Month, because you know you're going to get some negative feedback. And he does go into a later post where he has gotten some negative feedback over this, and it's not just words. Jenna Nash commented below the bar's post, taking issue with the idea of Hetero Male Monday. Quote, every day is Hetero Day. They're not a marginalized group. They're the norm. I don't care if you're glad you're straight, but pointing out your heterosexuality during Gay Pride Month is an affront, is othering, and creates separation and discord, she wrote. It seems like her comment creates separation and discord. You can't tell someone whether or not they're marginalized. You can't identify someone and say, I know how you feel. I'll tell you how you're allowed to feel. You're allowed to say this. You're allowed to do that. During the month of June, you must do this. During the month of December, you must celebrate this holiday. It's not even a national holiday, so why can't they do something like this? There were also plenty of comments from people claiming to be in the LGBT community who said they didn't have a problem with this. Well, how could you have a problem with this? Not everyone has to have the same lifestyle, be part of the same culture, and agree to do the same things, like the same things, even accept the same things. Somebody quoted saying that they're a gay dude and they think it's awesome. They said they're an ally to the often stigmatized straight male. Also, they're grateful for their heterosexual parents that made their life possible. The Idaho Statesman, Boise's daily newspaper, put out a column on Friday poking fun at the controversial local watering hole. Quote, how exactly does a customer dress like a heterosexual male? Wear one of those "the only thing I like more than beer is twins" shirts? Or the one that reads, "Cool babe, now go make me a sandwich"? Columnist Michael Deeds wrote from the Idaho Statesman, yes, either of those two t-shirts would probably get you to pass as heterosexual when going to this bar on a Monday for your free beer. Other shirts of similar ideas would also probably work. Fitzpatrick describes himself as a Christian, conservative, Constitution supporter, retired police officer, and family man on his Zillow listing agent profile. In response to the Idaho Statesman piece, Fitzpatrick said Deeds didn't have the courage to contact him for an interview. Well, that would have made sense. If the author from that article would have contacted him for an interview, he could have found more things to criticize, and maybe he also would have agreed with him on some things or gotten to the bottom of what gave him this idea to do this in the first place, because so far we haven't seen an answer to that very basic question. The bar also posted again on Sunday saying it wouldn't back down. Quote, we hear lots of people are upset about Heterosexual Awareness Month. Please know, 1, we love our LGBT patrons. 2, we will not be changing our mind and giving into the group of those who are responding with vitriol. 3, all are welcome to come celebrate heterosexuality with us in June, the Post read. Also, bars are trying to come up with theme nights and trying to create interest for patrons to go into that bar rather than staying home and just drinking at home. This is just another idea to create another social event that people might get excited about. Their post also added that the bar would be doing all-day happy hour prices for straight females on Thursdays, and that t-shirts commemorating heterosexuals would be coming soon. Well, if you have pride t-shirts, why not have heterosexual t-shirts? I think the two suggested by that columnist were a pretty good idea. They also got responses in their posts where people were looking to support them in some way. People thought the idea was really cool. I mean, even Facebook has a positive thing to say about their post. Facebook has Meta AI. Meta AI gives comments on what's going on a post. Here's what their AI found about Old State Saloon's post announcing Heterosexual Awareness Month. The comments are largely positive, with many expressing enthusiasm and support for the event. One commenter notes the absence of a heterosexual female day, pointing to the importance of women in the process of childbirth. That poster has a point, but they are going to do special events for women, they said. And they have been contacted by people who want to donate to Old State Saloon so they can make this into an even bigger event. Many have asked how you could support Heterosexual Awesomeness Month. Help us build a huge community event center to further conservative ideas. So they started a Give, Send, Go, and their Give, Send, Go so far is up to $3,900. This is not a chain. This is just one saloon in Idaho that came up with an idea and posted it on their Facebook page. Very creative marketing. U.S. Bar declares June Heterosexual Awareness Month with free beers for straight men. I don't know why Pink News is even interested in something like this. It seems to be that it's only because if not everyone agrees and wants to celebrate the same way during the same month of the year for the same subject in the approved way that you're supposed to celebrate, it upsets people who are trying to control narratives. They're trying to control how people live. And that really goes against what Americans think about. Americans want to be free to follow and support and associate with whoever it is that they want to freely associate with. A bar in Idaho is reportedly offering free beers for straight men as part of a jab against LGBT Pride Month. We don't know if it's part of a jab. Why don't they interview him too? They can ask him direct questions. They might surprise themselves just by being journalistic and asking actual questions of the guy who actually runs the bar. The Old State Saloon Bar in Eagle, Idaho announced that it would be giving straight men free beers every Monday of June in a Heterosexual Awesomeness Month promotion that just so happens to coincide with Pride Month in the U.S. The bar, which hosts a conspiracy theory trivia night, which does sound like fun, and a Christian singles mingle, which is great if you're Christian and you want to meet another Christian, announced the promotion in a post on Facebook in which it wrote that without heterosexual men, none of us would be here. That's true. I mean, what's wrong with that? Quote, each Monday will be Hetero Male Monday, and any heterosexual male dressed like a heterosexual male will receive a free draft beer, it writes. The offer does not appear to be available to heterosexual women. However, they are doing a heterosexual couples day promotion for Wednesdays in June, in which each heterosexual couple will receive a 15% discount. That seems like a pretty good deal. It's not the only promotion Old State Saloon offers over June, with an open carry coffee promotion rewarding patrons bringing firearms into their establishment with a second coffee on Saturdays. Following the almost immediate and expected backlash to the promotion, the bar's owner, Mark Fitzpatrick, said he loves all types of people, including the LGBT crowd. Quote, I sincerely wish they all knew Jesus as their savior, he wrote. Let's commence with Heterosexual Awesomeness Month. The Idaho bar, which accepts cryptocurrencies as a form of payment, then shared a subsequent statement on the significant backlash it had received over the promotion. Quote, theft of our property, vendors refusing to fulfill our orders for ingredients, wedding catering cancellation, libel, slander, it wrote, even the owner being falsely accused of illegal activity. It then thanked its patrons, which it described as rational and reasonable, for supporting the promotion, which it stated was about freedom and being true to our personal values. Well, that is what their values are. If they have values and they want to celebrate their values, they certainly should have the right to do it, and so should their patrons. The saloon owner's personal values include hosting a right-wing podcast called Braveritas, which has 3 subscribers at the time of reporting. So it sounds like he's just getting his podcast started. Obviously, that's a shot at the bar owner for not having a big subscriber list for his podcast. And from Metro, bar offers free beers for straight men during Pride Month. I mean, really, were they supposed to wait till August or something like that? Or maybe do it in May so it doesn't conflict somehow? Obviously, the whole point of the promotion is counter-programming. If you're not into LGBT Pride Month, then go hang out at this bar and get your free beer. If and only if you're dressed like a heterosexual male, though. And some additional comments. Quote, many of the people in my karaoke group are LGBT. They now do not feel safe among your staff or patrons. Why would that be? Who's going to hurt you? No one's even criticizing you. All they're saying is, look, we're happy for who we are. We want to celebrate it. You guys can celebrate what you celebrate. We'll celebrate what we celebrate. What's the problem? Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Always love to see your ideas. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another story. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.